Once again with you at First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City, bringing you Heritage Conference Media Day for baseball and softball. Jake Slebodnick here on Renda Digital TV, joined by the River Valley softball team, leading things off, Coach Brock Harsh. And Coach, you get ready for another season. You look to follow up another strong 2024 campaign, which you finished 12-8 overall. So really good things to sort of build off of. What were some of the big takeaways for you for last year?
I mean, obviously, we're not happy with the 12-8 record. I think we could have done a lot better. We lost a lot of those games for little minor issues, just like hiccups and things like that. So I think what we really try to focus on this year is knowing what we're supposed to do before the ball gets to us. That way we can eliminate those minor mistakes to get out of innings that cause more runs and end up playing from behind.
Is it so much reaction time that you guys have been sort of focusing on? Because I know there's only like a split second that players have before the ball initially gets to them.
Yeah, so that's what we try to tell them. Like, softball is a very fast-paced game. I mean, everything's a little bit more condensed, so things are going to happen a lot quicker. So to know what we're doing before that comes, rather than trying to react and figure it out as the game's going on, is going to be big for it.
How challenging has that been? Because I know it's been only a limited amount of times you guys have been able to get outside and practice, so a lot of it's been done indoors. What's that been like trying to build that, but with the restriction of being inside?
Yeah, I mean, spring sports is tough in the beginning. Trying to take ground balls and do infield inside the gym, and they can attest to it that it's not easy. But, we have the luxury now that we're able to get out onto the football field there that's turf. And we can, granted it's not a softball field, but we're still able to get some ground balls, some fly balls, and do our situational stuff out there.
Numbers-wise, impressive this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is we have 16 girls signed up this year on the team. I think that's the most that I've had as a head coach. So there's a lot of young talent coming up too, and that helps out too. So we have a lot of girls that can play different roles, and that's what we try to tell them, that we would love to see more utility players. That way, if we ever need to plug them into a position, that we can do that. So yeah, it's nice.
Take me through some of the names that we're going to see out on the field this year. I know Lilly and Callie are to my right here, but some of the other folks we're going to see out there.
Yeah, we have some of the returning girls. Ashley Pinus is an outfielder. Marin Madigan Dunlap, they're going to play a key role this year. Isabella Spiel, she played third last year. We're going to move her to short this year. She's played a lot of softball. And we have some younger girls that are going to step up. They've been coming to our off-season and preseason drills and stuff, open gyms. We have Maddie Twincheck and Scarlett Skirball, Scarlett Fridley, Michaela Funyak. They're going to play a key role for us this year too, so that'll be nice.
Talk to me a little bit about your expectations for Lilly and Callie here, who sit beside me with 19 girls on the roster. They're going to have to be real leaders on the team, but if I've seen anything in the past couple of years, they're definitely capable of that.
Oh, 100%. And I forgot to mention Sarah Bollinger. She's our horse on the mound. So, she's been putting in the work in the off season too. So we're excited to have her, and we have her for the next 2 years too. But for the leadership, we have a great group of senior girls with Lilly and Callie that really can teach our young girls what it means to work, work ethic, and what it means to put in it in, day out. Knowing that we're going to have some low times, but to always be happy with the high times, and they'll be, I think, very influential to those underclassmen.
And you need that leadership when you go inside a Heritage Conference, that it just seems to get stronger and stronger every year. So take me through that as you've seen the Heritage grow throughout the past couple of years. What can we expect this season?
Yeah, I mean, the talent just keeps getting better and better. And when you add more schools to the programs, it's always going to be tough. But like we said over in the other one, we got to make sure that we just approach every single game with the same mentality, and just play positive, play hard 100% all the time, have confidence in our abilities. And I think if we have confidence in the abilities that we have, that we'll be pretty successful.
It'll be interesting to see how it pans out this year. Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck this year.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, that's Coach Brock Harsh. Now let's talk to some of the players, starting with Lilly Buckles here to my right. And Lilly, take me through what your expectations are here for 2025 after a pretty solid 2024 season.
I think last year was a great start, but I think this year we have a really good chance of making it to the championship. Everybody's been putting in the time, the effort. Like, we're still keeping it loose, having fun, like, here and there, but everybody's taking it pretty serious, and I think that this year we have a real shot making it pretty far.
When you keep things pretty calm but also pretty intense in practice, how are you guys able to find that balance as a team?
It's kind of difficult, not gonna lie. There's some days where we don't have that much fun, like we're very serious. Some days we get yelled at because we're too loose. But finding that good balance, like it keeps everybody on the same page. It makes us want to be there. Like we have a lot of fun when we are, and we're learning so much when we are too. And I think finding that balance just is gonna keep us all on the same page and let us have a good year.
Talking about having a good year, what are your expectations for this squad here in 2025?
I think that we can improve from last year. I think it was a great start. Hopefully we can make it to the championship this year. And I would love to win our first playoff game in districts because we have not done that in the last couple of years, but I think this is the year.
When you look at the team itself, Coach mentioned 19 players signed up. You and Callie and a couple other seniors are expected to be big leaders on this team. When you've seen in the off-season workouts, early parts of spring practice, have you noticed that these younger players have sort of bought into what you guys are trying to get them to do?
Yeah, I definitely think they're going to play a huge role. They are very vocal, and they pick each other up, which is huge because that team cohesion is going to be a key to being successful this year. They talk and keep everything upbeat, and I think that they're learning and they're paying attention. I think it's going to be great.
Where do you normally play on the field?
First base is my favorite.
First base. So take me a little bit through there because, in a way, that's also a leadership role on the field. We talk a lot about in the infield it's shortstop, in the outfield, center field, and behind the plate, obviously, the catcher reigns supreme. But first base, what are some of the leadership qualities that you sort of bring to the field when you play there?
I try and help call out like where we need to be going with the ball whenever it's hit, like those kinds of things. Make sure I'm talking to my infield, be like calling out bunts, calling if it's pop-ups, that kind of a thing. But I think just if somebody makes a bad throw, if I'm there to help pick them up, like maybe save the ball or something, I think saving them can help keep things positive too.
And going back to your point about keeping things kind of calm and loose a little bit, Coach Harch does a pretty good job of that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's great.
You're not just saying that because he's right beside me, huh? Well, hey, Lily, tell me a little bit about life after high school. What do you plan to do?
I am committed to play volleyball at the University of Pittsburgh at Greensburg, and I'm going to do a dual major in early childhood and special education.
Wow, congratulations and best of luck in that venture. That's going to be a pretty interesting feature, and we'll keep tabs on you over at Pitt Greensburg. So let's switch gears now, and we talk to Callie Reaugh, who very decorated athlete, also in the classroom as well. And Callie, as you gear up for your final season here with the softball team, what are some of the things that you've been doing here in the early parts of the spring and during the off season to get yourself ready to go?
You know, I think like Lily said, we're trying to make sure that the group of girls we have this year, we're just one big team. We're not a bunch of different groups. So just making sure everybody knows that, like, hey, we're here, we're looking out for you. Make sure that we're always there for everyone and not, like, making sure everyone's included in everything and just putting in the work in the off season too.
When you have a group of underclassmen that you guys have seen coming through with, especially a lot of talented freshmen, sometimes it can be challenging getting them on board. But as Lily mentioned, it's been pretty productive in terms of getting them on board and what the program is supposed to look like. Give me your thoughts on how you've been sort of bringing them through.
Oh yeah, the freshmen we have this year, they're great. They're just so outgoing. They'll talk. It doesn't matter who you are, they're going to talk to you. They're great at picking things up. If they make a mistake, they're ready to listen, hear what you have to say. They just want to be there. They want to learn. They want to get better. And so I think that's great.
Look back to last year, and obviously the record, pretty good, not as far as you guys wanted to go. From your point of view, what needed to take the biggest step forward here so you guys can get on top of the mountain?
I think communication was key. I feel like we didn't communicate as well as we should have. We probably could have given more than what we did. We weren't all there, and I just don't think we were as united as a team as we could have been. So,
is there anything as a senior that maybe you've done to try to improve that communication factor?
I think just making sure I'm out there, I'm letting everybody know where the play's at, what's going on, and if somebody's doing something wrong, just giving good constructive criticism so they know, like, this is what you need to fix, and, like, so we're all just growing together as a team.
Now, I've been front row every time that, at least past 2 years, the Heritage Conference has put on a speech competition, and you're normally one of the top speakers there, so has Coach maybe laid the responsibility on you of giving pregame speeches this year?
Not yet, but I'm getting a look from him, so. But, yeah, I do like the competition. It is fun. I like to go every year.
So tell me a little bit more about this year. First of all, where do we normally see you play out there on the field?
Pretty much outfield. I do, on the occasion, have to play infield, but I prefer any spot in the outfield is good for me.
Well, having that versatility, not just to play any spot in the outfield but infield as well, that's got to really be a big help for the team. What's it been like, sort of adapting that sense of versatility?
I mean, I always grew up playing infield, so I always had that like skill under my belt. But then once I came to high school, I much rather prefer to play outfield, and so I think just being able to play both positions and making sure I'm comfortable in both positions is key to just being a good player.
Do you have a favorite position in the outfield that you feel most comfortable at?
Left field or center field?
Let me ask why.
I don't know. I like them. I like being in command. I'm loud in the outfield, so I like to tell people what's going on, and I like having like the control of the outfield and getting to whatever pop flies I want. But I don't know. I've played left field all high school, so I like it there too.
All right, so take me through life after high school. Where do you see yourself come this time next year?
Definitely in college. I'm going to be going to nursing school. Haven't decided where yet, but still deciding. But yeah, definitely nursing school.
All right, well, hey, thanks for the time. Best of luck, you two, and can't wait to see what you guys do out there on the diamond. That's the River Valley softball team previewing the 2025 season as we round third here at Heritage Conference Media Day. For the Panthers, this is Jake Slebodnick from First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City on Renda Digital TV.